Hi everyone, hope you're having a great day. My last video I mentioned something about Hurricane Katrina, and it brought up another memory in my life of stuff that people just wouldn't believe. But before I do that, I'm gonna put some blush on, and it's by Pixie on the Glow Blush. I'm meeting my husband in a little bit and thought I would get dressed up for him. So looks like it comes like this, but it's a cream. It's a cream. And so instead of putting it on my face directly, I'll put it on my hand, and then I'll take my brush and I'll rub it on my hand, and then I'll just pat it. Now, one of the things when you're applying makeup, you should always apply it up to lift, not to droop. I've got enough droop going on. We don't need any more droop. So you pat it and you go up, and I go above my cheekbone, and it just helps add color since I have not been in the sun. And I don't know, I need to get in the sun, but it needs to stop raining where we live. If you guys are liking my stories and my videos, please like and subscribe, because it's just fun. I just want you to know this is nothing but fun for me, and I enjoy storytelling. I enjoy writing, and I love everything beauty. So the final touches before I go and meet Bob. So I'm gonna say it was about 9 months after Hurricane Katrina hit, and we lost a couple thousand trees out here, and it looked like a war zone. So in 9 months, we're kind of used to the destruction and how it looks, and you just learn to live through it. Well, in our bedroom, I faced the window, I faced the woods, and it had been 9 months of me looking at the woods with trees stacked up. I couldn't even guess, 2 times higher than the rooftop. And I'm looking at all these trees because my husband pushed them up against the woods so we could open up the property and let the air flow, and we could just start rebuilding. And you know, you wake up to that day after day for 9 months, and it was just kind of weighing me down, and I needed more joy. I just needed more joy. So one day he said, I'm gonna clean the woods up, Maureen. I said, thank you so much, because it's wearing me down. So I hear the tractor, he's out there working and cleaning up, you know, he's cleaning up all the trees and limbs and branches. And I went out to see if he needed some water. Well, as I'm walking out to meet him, he's coming up on his tractor to see me, and he turns it off and he looks at me. My husband is as calm as they can be. It takes an awful lot to rattle him. And he looks at me in the sweetest, kindest way. And he says, darling, can you do me a favor? Well, absolutely, because I'm not doing the heavy work. I can't. He goes, could you do me a favor? I said, absolutely. He goes, darling, I need you to call 911. I said, 911? What's going on? He goes, you need to call the fire trucks because our woods are on fire. Not something that you want to hear after all this destruction and devastation. So I thought, the world is ending, call 911. We finally got our phone back working. I think that, I don't know how many months that took, 3 or 4 months. So we had phone service at that point, you know, the good old landline. So called 911, said our woods are on fire, we need help. I called the neighbors, and you know, the neighbors are rushing down to help. I look out the window to see what's going on as I'm trying to organize neighbors and all the help that we need. And everybody is coming down with shovels. I'm like, our woods are on fire. What is a shovel gonna do? What's a shovel gonna do? Well, I'm watching them dig and dig and dig, and I'm like, you guys, it's the woods. The woods are on fire. Well, finally, it was a volunteer fireman who came in a car, and I'm like, we need fire trucks. There's no fire hydrants out here, but we need help. Bob is still on the tractor making a circle, and everybody's shoveling and shoveling and shoveling. I'm thinking, okay, I've got to do something. I've got to help. So I went in our bedroom, and I took the down comforter off the bed, went outside, put it in the pool. I figured we need water. We need to get this fire put out with water. I'm dragging a down-filled comforter across the yard and trying and dragging it. Couldn't get it to them. Had an asthma attack. I'm watching our woods on fire and I'm thinking, what else could go wrong? Well, one of my other neighbors, Pauline at the time, she came up and I said, Pauline, we need some water. What's up with the shovels? She goes, Maureen, when you have a fire, you need to dig around it to isolate it so it won't spread. I said, yeah, but the trees are big. The trees are big. She goes, it's the best we can do. And then they were taking the dirt and they were putting it on the fire. And I thought, this is just insanity, but it was working. So since I was in the middle of an asthma attack, trying to calm myself down and there was nothing I could do, I went and got my camera and I turned this devastating moment of our woods being on fire into a Kodak moment. And I started taking pictures of our wood on fire with 4 people down there trying to put the fire out. And it was successful. They did put it out. And I just started taking pictures. I'll have to look and see if I can find any of the pictures from that time. But that was like I don't know, maybe some of you don't know who Kodak is, or you know how you used to get pictures developed. Well, we got pictures developed. And there's Bob. He was sitting on the on his tractor and I took a picture. He's just smiling and he just let me take a picture. So I turned that moment into a Kodak memory. So I just wanted to share that with you. I hope everybody has a great day. Go out, make a memory. Bye.